Welcome, brave souls, to the chilling realm of Highgate Cemetery. A place where the veil between the living and the dead grows thin, and the whispers of the departed echo through the night. Highgate Cemetery, nestled in the heart of London, has long been renowned as one of the most haunted places on earth. Its ancient graves and winding pathways serve as a final resting place for countless souls, but some say that not all of them rest in peace. Over the years, countless visitors and paranormal enthusiasts have reported encounters with ghostly apparitions. Shadows that dance among the tombstones, ethereal figures that vanish into thin air, and whispers on the wind that speak of forgotten secrets. Highgate Cemetery holds a rich history, its graves bearing witness to the stories of those who came before us. From renowned authors and poets to influential figures of their time, spirits are said to linger, forever bound to this sacred ground. Join us on a journey into the heart of darkness, as we explore the legends and ghostly tales that have made Highgate Cemetery a place of fascination and fear. Prepare yourselves, for the veil of the supernatural is lifted, and the secrets of Highgate Cemetery are revealed. But remember, not all who enter these hallowed grounds will emerge unscathed. Highgate Cemetery is one of London's most famous cemeteries. It was opened in 1839 as part of a plan to provide 7 large, modern cemeteries around the outside of the city. The cemetery is home to the graves of many famous people, including Karl Marx, Michael Faraday, and Douglas Adams. Highgate Cemetery is also known for its beautiful architecture and landscaping. The cemetery features a variety of tombs, monuments, and crypts, as well as a number of trees and gardens. 1960s, rumors began to circulate about occult activities taking place within its ancient grounds. Reports suggested that individuals engaged in occult rituals, performing ceremonies beneath the moonlit sky. Tales of hooded figures and eerie chants sent chills down the spines of those who heard them. Some witnesses recall one evening when I stumbled upon a group of people dressed in black robes within Highgate Cemetery. They were conducting what appeared to be a ritual, surrounded by candles and strange symbols. It was a truly unsettling sight. The year was 1965, and the eerie tales of Highgate Cemetery had spread like wildfire through the quiet town. Locals whispered of ghostly apparitions and unexplained phenomena within the hallowed grounds. It was a time when the line between the living and the dead seemed to blur. Highgate Cemetery, nestled in the heart of the town, had become the epicenter of these chilling reports. People spoke of a specter, an elderly woman, roaming the cemetery with a frenzied desperation. Her long, tangled gray hair billowed behind her as she darted between the tombstones, as if searching for something lost. Witnesses described her as a figure consumed by madness, her eyes filled with torment and anguish. Legend had it that this tormented soul, in life, had committed a heinous act. It was said that she, in a fit of madness, had taken the lives of her own children. The sorrowful tale goes that she believed her children were possessed, and in a desperate attempt to save them, she committed this unspeakable act. But the darkness that consumed her only deepened, and she was forever condemned to wander the cemetery, eternally seeking her lost children. To this day, the sightings of this vengeful spirit continue to haunt the locals. The Highgate Cemetery stands as a chilling reminder of the line that separates our world from the supernatural. The another terrifying figures are of a skeletons, some were seen in cemetery, one often seen lurking near the main gate. Witness 1, I was walking past the cemetery one foggy evening when I saw it, a grinning skeleton standing by the gate. It sent chills down my spine. Witness 2, the skeleton ghost seemed to be warning me, as if guarding the cemetery from unwanted visitors. It was an unforgettable sight. The sightings of the skeleton ghost were reported by numerous people, leading to widespread speculation about its origin and purpose. Some believe that this spectral figure is the tormented spirit of an individual buried in Highgate Cemetery without a proper funeral. In the Victorian era, it was believed that if a person's funeral rites were neglected, their spirit would roam the mortal realm, seeking closure and peace. The skeleton ghost could be the manifestation of such a restless soul. Others, however, interpret the presence of the skeleton ghost as a warning, a message from the other side to those who dare to trespass or disrespect the sacred grounds of Highgate Cemetery. Another paranormal encounter that took place on a fateful July evening in 1965. Brian Bourne was innocently walking his dog before heading out to a party. Little did he know that this ordinary evening would soon take a terrifying turn. As Brian passed the western gate of the cemetery, an inexplicable sensation washed over him, a sudden chill and an unnatural stillness that sent shivers down his spine. Unbeknownst to him, the realm of the supernatural was about to reveal itself. And then, it happened. A black, viscous substance began to flow down the cemetery wall, defying the laws of nature. Brian's eyes widened in disbelief as he witnessed this otherworldly phenomenon unfold before him. From this mysterious liquid, a tall and masculine shape materialized, an entity from the unknown, cloaked in darkness. It appeared to be a man wearing dark clothes, but there was something unsettling about him. His eyes, glowing red like burning embers, pierced through the night. Brian's faithful companion, his dog, sensed the danger in the air and growled at the apparition. It was a warning, a primal instinct that acknowledged the presence of something beyond the realm of the living. Overwhelmed by fear, Brian's survival instinct kicked in. He turned and ran up the street, desperately trying to escape the clutches of this malevolent entity. And so, the encounter came to an end, leaving Brian Bourne forever haunted by the memory of that fateful night. In the summer of 1967, a young couple found themselves walking the same path as Brian Bourne, treading upon the very ground where supernatural forces seemed to converge. As they strolled by the gate, their hearts skipped a beat. Standing by the gate, a figure with an unsettling countenance fixed its gaze upon the bewildered couple. Frozen in both fear and fascination, they couldn't tear their eyes away from this mysterious presence. As seconds turned into an eternity, the figure slowly dissipated into thin air, leaving the couple with unanswered questions and an insatiable curiosity. Thomas O'Loughlin, a man captivated by the supernatural, couldn't resist the allure of Highgate Cemetery. Driven by a profound fascination, he returned to the cemetery the following night, accompanied by a courageous friend. As they ventured deeper into the realm of the departed, an eerie booming noise filled the air, resonating with an otherworldly energy. Their hearts raced as a shadowy figure materialized before their very eyes. Overwhelmed by terror, the two friends fled the cemetery, their spirits forever scarred by the encounter. From that moment on, Highgate Cemetery became a place they dared not revisit. In the summer of 1967, two teenage girls found themselves amidst the supernatural realm surrounding Highgate Cemetery. They claimed to have witnessed the dead rising from their graves, an unsettling sight that would haunt their dreams and transform their lives forever. It is at this juncture that Sean Manchester, a man of peculiar origins and self-proclaimed priest ordained by the Celtic Catholic Church, enters the stage. According to Rosemary Ellen Guiley's book, Vampires Among Us, Manchester's involvement marks a turning point in the Highgate Cemetery saga. Manchester, drawn to the young couple's encounter at Highgate Cemetery, felt compelled to investigate further. He embarked on a daytime exploration, discovering a path leading from an unused northern gate to an imposing mausoleum or columbarium in the western section of the cemetery. Intrigued by his findings, Manchester sought to collaborate with Thomas O'Loughlin, who had his own unsettling experience within the cemetery. However, O'Loughlin declined the invitation, sharing the harrowing details of his encounter with the persistent priest. Highgate Cemetery would fade into obscurity until the summer of 1969, when Sean Manchester crossed paths with Elizabeth Wajdilla, one of the teenage girls who had witnessed the rising dead 2 years prior. Haunted by nightmares and plagued by physical ailments, Elizabeth confided in Manchester, revealing her dreams of a cadaverous entity attempting to breach her bedroom. Her health deteriorated, marked by sleepwalking, dizziness, nausea, and headaches. Moved by Elizabeth's plight, Manchester concluded that she had fallen victim to a vampire attack, a malevolent force draining her life essence. Drawing inspiration from the lore of Dracula, he armed her with a silver cross, adorned her bedroom with crucifixes, garlic, and protective talismans. Manchester's efforts did not stop there. He added a linen necklace filled with salt, sprinkled holy water, and conducted prayers alongside Elizabeth's boyfriend, Keith. According to Manchester's account, Elizabeth's health gradually improved, her vitality restored. In the year following the previous encounters, the veil between the living and the dead grew even thinner. Reports of a shadowy figure lurking within the same section of the cemetery began to surface, adding fuel to the already burning curiosity surrounding Highgate. In his book, Peter Underwood, then president of the Ghost Club, documented a chilling encounter relayed to him by a man. This eyewitness account described a trail of blood leading to a mausoleum, followed by the sighting of a dark figure vanishing into the depths of the vault. The chilling tales did not end there. 2 additional individuals came forward, sharing their own spine-tingling experiences within the cemetery. They claimed to have witnessed a dark figure rising from the ground, its movements swift and enigmatic as it traversed the hallowed grounds. The dark figure, an embodiment of the shadows themselves, seemed to hold an eerie presence that defied explanation. Its fleeting appearances left witnesses stunned, their senses tingling with a mixture of dread and fascination. The year was October 1966 when whispers of paranormal activity began to swirl around George Sample, the owner of this historic establishment. Sample's encounters would soon captivate the attention of the Hampstead and Highgate Express, shedding light on the eerie happenings within these very walls. George Sample, a witness to the supernatural, shared his spine-chilling experiences with the local press. Footsteps echoed through empty corridors, doors creaked open and closed of their own accord, and the ethereal presence of apparitions left patrons bewildered. One particular incident recounted by Sample involved a customer who claimed to have witnessed an apparition dressed in Elizabethan attire, a spectral figure from a bygone era, etching its presence upon the tapestry of time. Within the walls of ye Olde Gatehouse, the veil between the living and the departed seemed to thin, revealing glimpses of an unseen world. The pub became a nexus, drawing the attention of both the curious and the skeptics. As the story of ye Olde Gatehouse permeated the press, Highgate Village found itself at the epicenter of paranormal fascination. The tales of footsteps, moving doors, and spectral encounters ignited the imaginations of those who sought to uncover the truth hidden within these ancient walls. In the early 1970s, a wave of disturbing discoveries sent shockwaves through the community. Dead animals, their throats torn open and their blood drained, were found scattered across the cemetery and nearby Waterloo Park, a macabre tableau that left many searching for answers. According to the accounts chronicled by Rosemary Ellen Guiley, these incidents posed a perplexing conundrum. Theories and speculations emerged, attempting to shed light on the mysterious occurrences that defied rational explanation. One possible rational explanation emerged, suggesting that the caretaker's dog may have been responsible for the grisly scenes. It was proposed that the dog, in a fit of primal instinct, bit the animals and dragged their lifeless bodies around, inadvertently creating a disturbing spectacle. However, this theory failed to satisfy everyone, leaving a lingering sense of mystery and unease. Questions persisted: what compelled the animals to meet such a gruesome fate? Was there an underlying force at play, beyond the realm of mere coincidence? The animal incidents in Highgate Cemetery and Waterloo Park remain an enigma, forever etched in the annals of the supernatural. They serve as a reminder that even in the realm of rationality, there are mysteries that elude our understanding. According to Rosemary Ellen Guiley's accounts, the Highgate vampire saga took an unexpected turn when a woman named Louisa experienced disturbing nocturnal encounters. Feelings of suffocation, sleepwalking, and mysterious puncture wounds on her neck cast a veil of darkness over her life. Louisa's sleepwalking episodes led her sister, Anne, to contact Sean Manchester, a self-proclaimed vampire hunter. Together, they followed Louisa's nocturnal wanderings, which led them to Highgate Cemetery and the Columbarium, a place that seemed to hold a hidden significance. It was during this fateful encounter that Manchester claimed to have heard a booming sound before Louisa collapsed, her memory of the incident erased. The stage was set for an even stranger twist in the tale. Enter David Farrant, an occultist and rival vampire hunter who believed Highgate Cemetery harbored a paranormal entity. While Farrant dismissed the notion of a blood-sucking vampire, Manchester, in contrast, claimed that the people of Highgate were facing a true vampire threat. The rivalry between Manchester and Farrant intensified, with insults hurled through the press. The public's fascination grew, culminating in an extraordinary event on Friday the 13th in February 1970. The hysteria reached its peak as crowds, armed with wooden stakes, descended upon the cemetery, breaching police barriers in their quest to confront the supposed vampire menace. As time passed, the Highgate vampire saga took a terrestrial turn. Remains of a woman who had died a century earlier were found desecrated near her grave, followed by Ferrant's arrest in another local cemetery, carrying a wooden stake and a crucifix. In 1973, the tale of the Highgate vampire reached its alleged conclusion, as Manchester claimed to have driven a stake through the vampire's heart. The story, however, continued to live on, perpetuated by the ongoing rivalry between Ferrant and Manchester. Throughout the next 5 decades, Ferrant and Manchester maintained their feud, occasionally fading in and out of the public eye. The rivalry persisted until Ferrant's passing in 2019, marking the end of an era. In 1974, David Ferrant, a prominent figure in the Highgate vampire saga, claimed to have a personal encounter with the supernatural entity. Ferrant asserted that he was ambushed by a tall, dark figure with piercing red eyes while walking home from the pub. Ferrant insisted that the figure bit him on the neck before vanishing into thin air. Though he was taken to the hospital, perplexingly, no physical marks or evidence of the attack were found. The legend of the Highgate vampire continued to captivate the imaginations of many, attracting a group of self-proclaimed vampire hunters to the cemetery in 1973. They claimed to have discovered a disturbed grave emitting a mysterious red glow. Driven by their conviction, the vampire hunters staked the grave, believing they had put an end to the creature's reign. However, the vampire was never seen again, leaving lingering doubts and unanswered questions. As the years passed, the haunting presence of the Highgate vampire continued to manifest itself, leaving a trail of unsettling encounters in its wake. In 1974, a frightened couple claimed to have witnessed the Highgate vampire standing ominously at the cemetery gates. They described a tall, dark figure with red eyes and a flowing black cloak, instilling a deep-rooted fear that compelled them to remain frozen in place until the figure vanished into the night. In 1975, a dog walker's routine stroll through the cemetery took an eerie turn when they came face to face with the Highgate vampire. The towering figure, clad in darkness with piercing red eyes, pursued the terrified walker until they found refuge among a group of people. Even a taxi driver fell victim to the supernatural allure of the Highgate vampire in 1976. The driver picked up a passenger near Highgate Cemetery, a tall, dark man with red eyes clad in a black cloak. However, upon reaching the destination, the passenger mysteriously vanished, leaving the driver bewildered. As we conclude our exploration of Highgate Cemetery and its supernatural tales, one question lingers in the air. Could the Highgate vampire still be alive, lurking in the shadows of this hallowed ground? While some may dismiss the legend as mere folklore, there are those who firmly believe that the presence of the Highgate vampire endures, hidden from the prying eyes of the world, biding its time for the next encounter. The encounters and sightings recounted by witnesses throughout the years serve as a testament to the enduring enigma that surrounds Highgate Cemetery. Could it be that the vampire's absence is merely a temporary respite, a calculated retreat before emerging once more? As the veil between the living and the supernatural grows thin, it is within the dark corners of Highgate Cemetery that the vampire's presence seems most palpable. The whispers of its existence echo through the gravestones, taunting those who dare to cross its path. For those who believe, the legend lives on, intertwined with the very fabric of this sacred place. It serves as a chilling reminder that the forces beyond our comprehension continue to shape our world, defying rational explanation. Join us on future expeditions as we delve deeper into the mystery of the Highgate vampire, seeking answers that lie hidden within the cryptic recesses of Highgate Cemetery. Together, we shall continue to unravel the veil of darkness and shed light on the truth that eludes us. Don't forget to like and subscribe.